course, the very beautiful Olamide Odekunle is standing by, eagerly waiting to let me know everything that is trending in the world of social media and more, as she always does it. Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning, Ria. I already know how you're doing. I don't need to ask. Ibrahim, I need more excitement from you, because behind the scenes just now, me and you were playing and we're laughing. And suddenly
Olamide, you are amazingly beautiful. Are you okay now?
Thank you, guys. Let's have a look at what everyone's talking about.
Take it away.
Shall we? Good morning to our viewers. I like to say that TVC has a finger on the pulse and our eyes on the streets. And here on the Trending Now segment, my team and I do our best, both front end and back end, to bring you some of the trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. We begin today with this a bit of social media news, where a video circulating online is drawing attention after Nigerian entrepreneur Linus Ifejirika, popularly known as Blord. Video, Blord was seen attempting to show appreciation to Sowore, and Sowore, of course, downplayed the gesture, saying that it wasn't necessary. Instead, Sowore offered Blord a yellow cap that we know is associated with the Revolution Now movement. Blord is then seen wearing the Revolution Now cap, perhaps as a sign of appreciation, adding that he now considers himself part of the revolution team. Have a look at this video.
Odogu Revolution Now.
I don't join, but I was supposed to be in Kujeti today. My bail hearing was set for 27th. Sowore said it over his dead body will that happen. And he did it as he said. He made sure the date was pushed forward. And I came out yesterday, and I'm on my way to Anambra. My people are waiting for me. But I said, even if I'm going to miss my flight, I must come and see Sowore to say thank you and appreciate him.
Well, this development has sparked reactions online, and many Nigerians are now sharing mixed views on the moment and its wider implications. Let's have a look at social media. I'll take 3 weeks. I would never thought I would see the day Blord would join Sowore's movement. Ashley says, Nigerians, we like to encourage nonsense. In a civilized country, you dare not use someone's photo on a billboard, as well as promoting your business app without a written contract. That's what Blord did to Martins Vincent Ose, also known as Very Dark Man. If this is what Sowore stands for, he can never be the president. He will only be president online. It's okay to fight for his freedom, but tell him the truth that he was wrong doing that, so that others can learn and not fall into the same mistake. Chidera says, you at Real Bitcoin Lord should beg VDM with all honesty, or you go back after your holiday. It's not an online something. If you can forget every other thing, don't forget your next court date. And I advise you to find VDM before then and make peace with him. Finally, Spencer says, what kind of so-called revolution are you taking credit for when it was something VDM already approved? Out of 26 days, he only came out on the 20th day and you are celebrating. He committed an offense and was lawfully detained. He was invited by the police several times, but Blord failed to honor these invitations. Now that the police carried out their duties legally, we are calling it oppression. A very interesting team. I always say I don't make the rules when it comes to trending now. What determines what we talk about here is what Nigerians are talking about. And for some reason, this was trending online. I mean, we're seeing a lot of movement in the activist space, and we cannot lie that these people have influence. Sowore, Blord, Very Dark Man. What does this tell us about the activism or the social media space in Nigeria, do you think, Ria?
From the beginning, you know, the other day I said it, I don't agree with what Blord had done, because you cannot do that, you know, without letting the person know. When Blord was doing all of that, I thought he had put his act right, because I thought he was really intelligent. I thought he knew the repercussions of what, you know, he was doing. But of course, he went ahead to do it. He, you know, he was in prison. He's come out of prison. I expect him to be very quiet. What are we celebrating now? That you use somebody's image without telling the person they put you in prison and you are released. Does that make him an activist? I think we are very confused about what activism really means in Nigeria. This story started from the fight between Very Dark Man and, Blord over something very trivial. And the fact that they are dragging it, there are more important things for us to talk about. If you want to be an activist, there are so many things for you to be an activist about, not things like this. And the celebration is what I don't really understand. You are not a star, you're not a celebrity now. You went to prison, you're back, you did something wrong. So we also have to highlight that what he did was wrong so that people will learn from it. Let people not feel like, oh, you can just use somebody's image without the person knowing, and then you come out of prison and everybody will be hailing you for exactly what. And that's my problem with Nigeria. Oftentimes, we just give accolades to people that are not supposed to, get the accolades. So for me, I think, Blord, you should be quiet in shame for what you did and just make sure you tell people not to do things like that. And for Very Dark Man, I just hope he doesn't come out with a back and forth again. We are tired of this kind of issues. We have a lot of things to face in Nigeria. We have insecurity. We are putting, a state of emergency on food. We are hungry. This is not what we want to speak about. So please, you guys should settle your case amicably. Thank you.
Well, it's interesting that, as you said, when you're fighting for people's rights, you're saying that I'm an activist and all of that. What do you use your activism for? Yes, you feel that someone is oppressed upon the fact that the person did what is wrong. It is okay if you feel that, yes, you can cash in on Blord's popularity, just to make yourself appear as a freedom fighter. It's okay. When anyone is being oppressed, we just can help the person whichever way. But it reminds me of the Tortoise father-in-law syndrome, where Tortoise went to steal yam in the farm from the father-in-law's farm, and then Tortoise was actually hung on, was crucified. Everyone saw Tortoise every day, and they were like, you are a thief, and all of that. And then after 3 or 4 days, people started accusing the the father-in-law, that why are you still leaving Tortoise here to suffer and all of that? At least the yam that he stole is to feed your wife, to feed your daughter, who is his wife. So it's more like that. When someone has done something bad, afterwards you feel like, the way you are treating this person is very bad. So I feel Sowore is just trying to position himself as a freedom fighter, maybe like Bobby Wine in Uganda of the NUP party, NUP. But Bobby Wine is by far a more activist than what we see Sowore doing, because I can only equate that to more of public chaos, disturbance, gangsterism, and all of that. But those who love him, of course, I'm one of those who also appreciates his doggedness. But all the same, well done.
Absolutely, well said. Thank you so much for your input, team. Ria, you said that perfectly. We are hungry. Let's focus on the matters at hand. Moving on, still in social media, rising musical artist Mavo is trending after his car was attacked in Lekki Phase 1. Now, according to reports, a group of street boys who we call agberos began throwing stones at his vehicle after he refused to give them money. Now, you can see there that rock collided with Mavo's window. Videos online show the moment that this situation escalated, and his car was reportedly damaged in the process. Well, Mavo has since taken action, and it led to the arrest of one of the attackers by the police. But beyond this actual incident itself, this has reignited a conversation on social media about the taxation that we often experience from agberos, especially in Lagos and with their informal economy. Let's have a look at social media. Akinkonju says, Agbero is a bus conductor, a legal profession, not a roadside thug harassing or threatening people for money. There's a difference between the two. Omolua B says, entitlement has become the norm. Our government needs to end this menace before it ends sane people. Nigerian police should make this guy a scapegoat. And finally, Olaga had this to say. He says, Ajide Sanwo-Olu at the president, motorists are harassed daily on Lagos roads. If it's not some crooked police that are looking for Benz owners to harass, then it's some agberos. What a way to attract investors. Lagos team, let's be please mindful of our time. Now, Ibrahim, I'm hoping that you know who Mavo is.
Who what?
Mavo is.
Well, I think he's a musician.
I'm hoping that you do. So our kids watching back home, they absolutely love him, and he's very popular in the teenage world. But this incident that has happened to him has raised a very important conversation about the informal economies of these street touts and how they operate. It's getting to a point now where they feel so entitled to your personal money that you don't give them money and they harm your car or try to attempt to harm you in this manner that we're seeing.
All right, for me, I know Mavo, I love his music, but I want to focus on what happened on the road. You know, these people that are on the road begging, I remember one time somebody was begging me and I wondered, and I said, if you give me money, I will collect at this point because I don't know why you think that I have so much money to give. And now when you don't give them the kind of things they do, even those ones that try to clean your car, when you don't give them, they'll pour soap or pour something and just go away. I think that it's high time we look into this. Those people on the road, no matter how much you try to help them, they still go back there. So I don't know what Lagos state government is going to do about these people, but they are getting dangerous day by day. I mean, they broke the windscreen of his car. Do you know how much it's going to use to repair it? Nobody owes you anything. They have this entitlement feeling that, oh, a celebrity must give them something. Nobody owes you anything, but you owe yourself everything in life. So I believe that they need reorientation, and the Lagos state government needs to look into this before it gets scary. Yeah,
well, not all of them are actually Agbero, and I think using the Yoruba terminology, these are Omota, these are gangsters, these are touts, area, social miscreants, vandals. Why would you attack a young guy because you asked him for money and didn't give you? Why are you feeling so entitled? This is devilish at its best. So one thing is, he's saying that if he gives you money, yes, you're happy for it. If he's not giving you any money, you do not have right to his talent, to anything. So why would you be attacking his car? If this guy had rammed his car into one of these guys, broken one of their legs, then he can actually win the case in the court because he will say he felt threatened. He thought he felt as though they were going to kill him. Why would you put yourself in harm's way because of someone else's property? So I think the government has to, get on top of this matter. Those guys have to be arrested, tried, and be put behind bars. They should face the justice.
Absolutely. It seems like we've gone from beg the rich to eat the rich. Thank you so much for your input, team. Moving on in the world of entertainment, singer Peter Okoye, who we know as Mr. P, is trending online after announcing that he's changing his birthday date. Now, his move is being seen online as an attempt to maybe separate himself from his twin brother Paul Okoye amidst their ongoing grief that's been going on for years now. But Peter made this announcement in a short post on X, simply stating that he's officially changing his birthday, despite the fact that twins naturally share the same birthday date. Now, the former P-Square stars have had a very long history of public fallouts, and this latest move suggests that this divide may perhaps be getting deeper. I don't know. Let's have a look at what you had to say. Sengo says, don't let this get into your head. You can't change your birth date. Nature already fixed that. It's just like waking up one day and saying that you're no longer a twin. It doesn't work like that. You can rebrand, you can rename, you can even start a new chapter, but some things are permanent. Birthday no be Wi-Fi password that you just change anytime. Grace says, the first Nigerian to hate his own twin brother to the extent of changing his birth date. Congratulations, but do know this, it's the same blood that runs through your veins. And finally, Amani says, you are free to also change your tribe and nationality, even your family lineage. Shift, make we see road. Nigerians have problems worrying them to solve. Keep your family episodes distraction for your pocket. A very interesting team. And Ashley says, Nigerians, we like to encourage nonsense. Moving on, team, this is a very, very interesting development. I constantly say, if a story is trending, I'm going to take it. It doesn't matter about who. And a lot of people chimed in online. I mean, there have been fights and a rift between these brothers for years. And what's so fascinating is that they're twins. They shared so much success together. I mean, they even carried their elder brother Jude to court over allegations of financial misconduct and fraud. This is very, very worrisome, especially when family problems begin to play out like this. But we don't know as of yet if it was because of his brother. But why else? Ria.
Olamide, I think that it was very important that you brought this particular story up because a lot of people have been talking about it. And the first thing I said when I saw the story is that the both of them, all of them should not go to church again. Because if you believe that God is a forgiving God, no matter what, your brother has done to you, the hatred cannot be so much that you're trying to change the birthday. And I felt like it's a very silly thing to say. I'm very sorry to him, but it's really silly because what are you trying to change? You change the date, but in your heart of heart, you know the real date. You know your birthday. We will still wish you happy birthday on the birthday that we know. So I just felt like it was a very silly thing to say. I just hope that these brothers can come back, because Nigerians are tired of you guys, actually. At this point, we want you to settle your differences yourself. We are not even begging you guys to settle again. I feel like it needs to get to a point where each and every one of them will say, we are actually embarrassing ourselves in the public, because right now, it's a very big embarrassment. Nobody is rooting for you guys again. Go and settle your differences. But as for that, your birthday, it remains your birthday. And in your heart of heart, you know that is your birthday.
Yeah, actually, I believe that what you mean is that, nobody is happy with the fact that they are separated. Of course, they have their fans who support their music in every way. But one thing, I only have a very short word for, Peter Okoye and his brother. It is very rare tragedy when two people that taught the world how to dance together can no longer walk together in the same direction. Profound. It's so sad.
That was very profound, Ibrahim. And to Peter Okoye, Ria Abdul has officially said that you cannot change your birthday, not on her watch. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Very profound. Thank you so much for your input, team. Moving on, Afrobeat superstar Davido is trending online after he's choosing to step deeper into politics. Now, the singer has been appointed the head of youth mobilization for the re-election campaign of Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke ahead of the 2026 governorship race. Davido made this announcement on X and he expressed excitement about this role, and he's now pledged his support fully for his uncle's campaign. But this isn't entirely new. We know that Davido has long been vocal in Osun politics, and he was previously named the chairman of the Osun Sports Trust Fund in 2025. But this latest move officially formalizes his position within the campaign structure, and it brings celebrity influence directly into Osun State political mobilization. OB01, let's have a look at social media. Don Fancy said, "Sure, you go still they do music because this politics might not give you that breathing space to do what you love doing." I disagree. Digital Sniper says, "Nobody else deserves it better. You are truly a good son to the family, and I will forever respect you for that. Maybe you've been told over and over again, but I still want to tell you that your family is so, so proud of you. Keep shining." Team, this is very important because ahead of the 2026 election cycle, we are seeing increasingly politicians attempting to wield celebrity influence. We saw it with Zubi Michael with the ADC, I believe. We are seeing people, Cubana chief priest. Politicians are attempting to wield celebrity or social media influence. In this case, David's case, musical influence. What does that tell us about the 2026 presidential cycle and the sort of electorate that politicians are hoping to pull?
For me, this particular story, I'm not surprised. I was expecting it, I'll say. Davido has always been a family-oriented person. I mean, Davido's relationship with his uncle is so beautiful. You see him and Adeleke, and it's almost like sometimes I feel like that's actually his father. The love is, is so with them. And of course, he's going to support him. This is not the first time, like you had mentioned, according to them, he was doing something with sports. So I'm not surprised. But at the end of the day, it's not about his influence. If Adeleke is doing well and is the will of the people, then they will vote for him. It has nothing to do, with the influence that Davido is going to bring. If Davido brings the influence and the people there don't like Adeleke, then they would not vote for him. So at the end of the day, Davido, as you're speaking, you're also telling your uncle, put things in place, do things right for people to love you and people to want you back again. But so far, I think Adeleke has been doing a fantastic job. Well, not perfect, but he's not been totally bad. I think he's been doing great for the people, in that state. So I wish them all the best. And Davido, I love the togetherness you have with your family. It's amazing. Absolutely. We saw how they pulled the strings, in the very last election that brought in, the incumbent governor of Osun State. We'll see whether he'll be able to also pull the same string, this year. Ahead of the next election. Yeah. Everyone wanted, they wanted change at the time. They wanted to see, breathe a breath of fresh air. But Nigerians usually get tired of, one thing. By the time they say they just feel like we want a change every now and then. So if Davido will be able to do that, as they say in Latin, Vox Populi, Vox Dei, meaning that the voice of the people is the voice of God. So we'll see what plays out. I couldn't have said it better myself, Ibrahim. Thank you so much for your input, team. Now here on the TV